Children begin developing their own sense of morality around 3 years old. Their minds are like sponges, taking in everything they see. We notice this when they copy us or repeat words that they've heard. It's important for us as children ministry leaders not to only model a high level of morals, but also to help kids develop their own personal relationships to God. This is one major difference between children's ministry and childcare. We are not just watching kids while their parents work. We have a whole other obligation to their spiritual development. There are a lot of commonalities between the two. Both childcare and children's ministry love and value children first. Whether it's through imaginative play, singing songs, creating relationships, or giving hugs, all of it is done for the love of children. Both are fun and safe environments for children to thrive in all aspects of growth. In both settings, children can experience Jesus' love through those who care for them. There is absolutely no limit to how Jesus works through both environments to reach children where they are. A crucial difference is that it isn't an expectation in childcare to provide spiritual guidance and to aid in its development. Learning about and knowing Jesus is the highest priority and a unique offering of children's ministry. Even in a church setting, there's either no childcare or there's just an area for kids to play for a few hours without any direct spiritual development. Quality childcare is a necessity for working parents and supports the well-being of the entire family. The Salvation Army is already committed to doing the most good nationally with childcare partnerships across the country. Non-faith-based childcare is regularly contracted or outsourced to operate church adult events. We need them to work with the mindset of protecting and providing to the needs of the child while the parents are away from them. I had a conversation with a dad who wanted to attend the date night event at our core. He was so excited that his daughter would be getting church again while he was out. I had to tell him that only childcare was provided for the kids and not children's ministry. That meant his daughter would get to free play with tons of stimulating events as well as have snacks and drinks, but there would be no organized learning or questions to engage. I managed his expectations and was gratefully understood. When interviewing people to join the childcare team, look for strong moral character over spiritual knowledge. The bar for those who'd like to minister and teach our children, however, must be set extremely high. I know so many amazing ministry leaders who spend hours preparing and praying before teaching a single 1-hour lesson. Children's ministry seeks to help the core and family pass on faith. In fact, it may even be the first place a child encounters Jesus. As children's ministry leaders, we get to constantly work to introduce children to Jesus, to his great love for us and what he has done for us. We get to join parents as they teach their children. We also want to reaffirm what parents are teaching at home, whether it be reading the Bible, praying, serving, giving generously, or treating others with kindness and gentleness. And for the kids who come to our core programs without their parents, we want to help lay the spiritual foundation by coming alongside them to help strengthen their relationship with their loving and gracious Father, even if it's for just an hour a week. We enjoy telling Bible stories over and over again because each story reminds a child how God loves the world so much, he sent Jesus to save them, and because of that, they can be in relationship with him forever. Children need to know that people other than their family support them in their relationship with God, and children's ministry is a place where that is fostered. A child's faith is more likely to stick with them through life when more people are investing in a child's life, no matter how small or big the investment seems. I want to tell you a story about a girl who came to our core named Aaliyah. Aaliyah was born the 7th out of 9 kids. Like many of the kids we see, her family struggled to get by. They moved from house to house, perpetually in transition. When I first met Aaliyah, she was very quiet and withdrawn. I have a picture of her in those days, and she's in the background, not even looking into the camera. Her older brother told me at one point in her youth, she had been misdiagnosed several times. In our care, Aaliyah got to develop meaningful relationships, learn about who Jesus was, and engage in activities that were a healthy combination of emotional, physical, and spiritual. Gradually, she started to come out of her shell. And children's ministry is a place where that is fostered. In our community, the dropout rate was 40%. Many of the teenagers who came to the core eventually dropped out of school due to educational barriers, a loss of hope that it would help them, or associations with gang activity. In fact, Aaliyah's brother had dropped out of the 10th grade. But Aaliyah stayed committed, and she started participating in our Christmas performances. She even joined a summer mission team. The day that Aaliyah marched across the stage of her graduation, she was met with cheers and screams of support from her family and her core members. And we felt proud knowing that we played a role in her success. Aaliyah had achieved more than many of those who had fewer challenges. Families need to know that they're not alone in their journey, whether it's going well or getting tough. Children's Ministry wants to provide families with meaningful shared experiences. One of the greatest things we can do to support families is to provide opportunities for them to get to know other families, especially those who are in similar life stages. It's a simple necessity that the Children's Ministry desires for families to be healthy as a whole unit. And so every effort is made to create these opportunities where traditions and memories can be made. This is true especially with events when the whole family can participate, such as VBS, or summer camp, or a family serve experience. Meaningful relationships are built during shared experiences like these. We need to make sure that even though some of the parents of our core kids don't attend church, that we are still creating times when they are invited to be involved in what is happening with their child. And that space is a time where they can also be introduced to other families that are at their same stage of life.